Miss Gizelle Bryant, okay? Of course, she talked about quite a few things. She talked about how she don't give a damn about what nobody has to say. None of the people out here in the public. She already put that in her head as she was coming into the first season of Real Housewives of Potomac. She does not care. She know a lot of the ladies does not care. When she also says that she doesn't trip if the ladies have to come at her during the scene, because at the end of the day, she's all for the betterment of everybody, like the collective, basically, because she wants the collective to succeed. She talked about advocating, like when it comes to Robin, she don't like when people act like Robin don't bring nothing to the show, because she feels like you need balance. You can't have everybody on there that's acting like a Gizelle or acting like a Karen or anything. You need balance like Robin. And I'm kind of like, when has Robin really brought balance for real, in my opinion? Even though I have always liked Robin, I have to say, this season is when I feel like she brought, well, I'm lying, girl. This season she brought the balance, and when her and Monique was going at it, I loved that. Loved it. Okay. She brought a little balance then too, because they were seeing through Miss Girl. So definitely like that. But she kind of lost herself a little bit in these past few seasons. But Miss Robin has arrived and she's giving us some things, okay? And I am thoroughly enjoying it, but that's just me. So she also talked about when she go up there to advocate when they about to get raises and stuff like that, she don't do stuff for just her, she does it for them as a whole. Okay, so Gizelle wants us to believe that she really be looking out for the ladies, and she just does not be looking out for herself. She also dropped some tea, girl, talking about Sharice and how Miss Karen was pretty much running from Sharice the entire production, not wanting to be near Sharice at all. Okay, because Sharice indeed has tea on Miss Karen. Okay, she says that a lot of the ladies have the same tea on Miss Karen, but Sharice is the only person that's really gonna call her card and really gonna put it out there. Whereas the other ladies is like, I'm gonna be quiet. Gizelle said there's been times where she's gotten into it with Karen, and she feels like Karen should have gave her a call and told her thank you for not spilling her tea. Okay, in the midst of them arguing and stuff. Okay, so I'm just telling y'all what Gizelle said. I mean, it was a pretty decent, interview or whatnot. Of course, she talked about the whole Candiace and Chris situation. She feels like Candiace is the person that blew everything out of proportion. She said that Candiace is emotionally very immature, and she feels like, as a grown woman, if I'm coming to you and I'm telling you, like, hey, your man made me feel uncomfortable, she expects Candiace, as a grown woman, to go back home and question her man and then tell him to go and apologize. And I just feel like that doesn't make any sense. Why does she have to be emotionally immature when none of these ladies will let you try their husband like that? If you came to Karen and told Karen that Ray made you feel uncomfortable, XYZ, after Karen had just heard that Ray had DM'd one of the ladies on the cast or whatever, Miss Mia or whatever like that, somebody that he may like, then Miss Karen's not, she knows you. She knows how you are. Miss Karen is not going to sit up there and let you play with her. She's going to cuss you the hell out, period. Same way Miss Wendy is going to do when you tried her last year. So for you to say this woman is emotionally immature, I feel like, then what does that make you? Because you've held on to this information for a very long time, and you wait until Ashley brings a piece up into the conversation for you to add your flame onto it. And then you want to sit up here and make it seem like, oh, it should have been something that we just discussed in the moment. It was resolved and moved on. It shouldn't continue to be a thing. Girl, if you didn't think that it was a thing the last time when it indeed happened, and you didn't call her right then, or you ain't tell Chris right at the moment that you felt uncomfortable, and you waited all these months, then why bring it up now? Like, if you felt like it wasn't a thing, or it's not a thing now, then it shouldn't have been a thing then. You should have left it where it was at. And why you I'm just like, you could have just told Chris he made you feel uncomfortable. And then she wanted to say that Chris lied about saying that she was the one that suggested they go to the room. I don't really give a fuck who suggested who go to the room. At the end of the day, Gizelle, you're highlighting the fact that Chris was drunk. And even with you knowing that this man was drunk, you still allow him to come back to your room to have a conversation when y'all were already having a conversation in the hallway. You could have told him then that you felt a bit uncomfortable. I don't understand. Like, he's not Michael Darby. Chris has never posed a threat to you before. He sees you as like a sister or whatever the case is. So why you just can't tell your quote unquote brother, you've been drinking. So let's just have a conversation out here. I don't even want nobody to get anything misconstrued or anything like that. And then I keep overlooking the fact that the door was open. I don't know which one of y'all said that. So I'm just confused on why you trying to sit up here and label this woman as very immature when you about just as immature as she is. Where are we going with this? Okay. She also goes on to talk about how Candiace is speaking on it more, and she don't know why she's speaking on it more. Then she says, "Oh, well, I know when you speak on it more, then it becomes a story, right?" So basically, she's trying to say that Candiace is using this situation as a story, therefore making it a storyline, which is her storyline. But Candiace already has a storyline, which is her trying to get pregnant. And her husband, who's working so late, and X, Y, and Z. So she already has her storyline, ma'am. And a part of the storyline is also building a relationship with Ashley. So why does she really need this? Let's not overlook the fact that you were the one that brought this to the show, which is why Miss Karen asked you that question in the first place. Why would you bring this to the show? Why would you bring this to the girls? And then you say, "Oh, I didn't. It was Robin that brought it. She told Ashley, or she told Mia, or whatever the case was." But at the end of the day, Gizelle, you said it on camera. So you made this a story for your damn self. Therefore, making it a story for Miss Candiace. You brought it to the show. You brought it to the show, and because you brought it to the show, producers got in your ear and they told you, "Hey, make sure you bring this up because Candiace is going to be here today." So you made sure you pull her to the side to have that conversation. So don't be trying to play that girl like she just creating some type of story, or she running with the story. Like, ma'am, you made this a story. You made this a thing. Let us stick there. You brought it up. So that's why we're here. Okay. She also addressed some more things about Chris or whatnot. So of course, like, I'm gonna play that audio for you guys. So go ahead and check this out.
Was it the idea of the fact that a man was in your room, or was it really about Chris Bassett, the human being?
I think it was both. To be honest with you, it was both. That evening, Chris was very drunk at that point of the night. I didn't get it. I didn't get why he wanted to have this conversation. We could have talked in the hallway. I didn't get why he wanted to go to my room. So once we were there, it just made me feel uncomfortable. You know how you get that pit in your stomach? That's what I had. And that is what I've said. I have never said this man lured me. I've never said he preyed on me. I've never said that I was accusing him of sexual assault, even though, the other side is talking real crazy. I said he made me feel uncomfortable, and I have that right to feel that way. I never thought that he would lie and say that I asked him to go to my room. That's a lie, and that's disturbing. I think that if a woman tells a man, "Hey, when you did this, this made me feel uncomfortable," I think a man should be like, "I'm sorry."
I just feel like that's full of BS. I just think Gizelle's full of BS personally. She also went on to talk about how she's been in situations like this before. And she says, "Well, not that particular situation like Chris, but I've been in situations where married men have put me in, and it made me feel very uncomfortable." I don't think those are the same situations, Gizelle. Okay, where these married men probably were attracted to you, wanted to, probably actually move forward outside of that. And then, what's so funny? Gizelle says that I never said that she said, I never said that basically he forced himself on me, or whatever it was. She was alluding to SA or whatever, or being inappropriate. You also said to Robin at that table that you felt like Chris was kind of trying you. Like, if you wanted to get down in that way, that he was with it. That's what you said. So that right there is enough for us to insinuate that did he make a pass at you in this room. So you may not have said those direct exact words as you just worded it, but you damn sure insinuated and alluded to something like that. So let's not play, and let's keep it real. You be foolish, Miss Gizelle, girl. Okay, but y'all check out the interview if you feel like a girl. Don't check it out. I don't care. I just had to go ahead and bring that to the front so that we could talk about that. Okay, we had to get into some things when it comes to that. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts about Miss Gizelle, and the little quick little snippet I played for y'all, and just the quick recap of the interview that she had with Carlos. Y'all give me y'all thoughts down below. Okay.